Good afternoon, good evening, good morning. I thought I would share with you some ways of getting the batteries that you want to use in your experiments if you're doing anything, or just some DIY. It's very easy out on the road to pick up any of these things you see lying around. These E-cigarettes, I think they're called. And inside of them, they have lithium batteries of different sizes. When I was first finding them, you used to always find this size of battery, 3.7 volts, 550 milliamps, which was very nice. 2.04 watt hours. These are good ones, yeah. But as time went on, I noticed they started putting these smaller batteries inside and like stuffing the packaging. So like, it used to have a larger battery inside, but then they got smaller. But fingers crossed we find some large batteries. This bad boy here is gonna have one of these fat batteries. What's this one? This is 3.7 volts. They're all 3.7 volts. So they're all 3.7 volts, but they differ in their milliamps. This is 1500 milliamps, which is nice. And the smaller one is 360 milliamps. So find some of these ones, or the long ones are obviously better. And it's not pretty, but what I normally do is I will take three in series. So there's three batteries here, join them together. Oh, sorry, in parallel, sorry. Three batteries in parallel, so you just get a beefier battery, basically, if I'm showing you terrible wiring and stuff. But that's basically what I'm doing, taking three batteries in parallel to make a total of, you know, near enough 1.5 amp hours. A 3.5 volt battery, 3.7 volt battery, 1.5 amp hour, and it's rechargeable. So you could use a small solar panel to recharge them, or I've got some USB chargers that actually charge them up to 4 volts. So 3.7, there's no problem up to 4 volts. So I thought we'd just start off by having a look and seeing how we get into these things and seeing how simple it is. I think I'll start off with the easiest ones first. I've got the paper towel here because sometimes they do have juice inside, so they are a bit soggy, but there it is. If you've got a pair of pliers, that makes it a lot easier, but I'll try and do this with my hand. You just literally just push off the end. It pops off. Not be able to, okay. And the only thing to worry about is short circuiting them, but even that, you know. So this is just twisting, pulling, pop. Top comes off, top cap, nothing, okay? And then inside, that's where the juice is, so you just need to get something in there to pull out the insides, basically. And it's all loose in here, there's no problems. So let's get this one out. It smells like Coca-Cola. So just so you can see. And then inside there's another sponge. That's what the juice is soaked in, so if you can get away with it, don't touch that, okay? Because you're going to get juicy hands. And then inside that you've got the vaporizer. Whoa, this is interesting. So that's the vaporizer. And then inside here, look at this beauty. Look at this beauty. I've not seen one of these before. What is that? That is a 3.7 volt. Again, they're all 3.7. 360 milliamp hour. Oh my word, so they've even gone smaller now. They've got even smaller. Oh, this is 360, so it's the same as that one, except this one looks more like a capacitor, doesn't it? That's a capacitor, isn't it? Wow. It is. That's a capacitor. It's got the I've not seen them with capacitors before, so that's really interesting to me, that. It's a capacitor. And I suppose, how would you even do this? I think if I had some pliers, I could probably chop that off the end, but there you go, basically. I'll check the voltage on it. That's so interesting, it's a capacitor. Let me know what you think about this. Because, I mean, I suppose a capacitor, yeah, good on you. Is it a super cap then? I'm not getting anything off there. See if I can get these inside it and actually touch it. It's actually try and touch the actual inside part of this just to get a voltage reading. I'll desolder it later, I suppose, if needs be. It's simple enough to desolder it. That's so cool. I would prefer capacitors, you know. There you go. 3 volts on that. 3 volts in that. Wow. So you can see it's just got two blobs of solder, so it'd just be a case of heating up the solder. You could probably twist it off, but I'll heat up the solder and pull that off later. Amazing. I'm happy with that. I mean, so what is it then? If it's a capacitor, let me know. What kind of capacitor? It's not giving me a capacitance on it. It just says 360 milliamp hour, 3.7 volts, 1.33 watt hours. I wonder what the numbers say. 352A 24629. I wonder what the capacitance. I wonder if you you know what? I'm going to strip the cover off it, because the cover is just there to look fancy, isn't it? It's green. This green plastic. It's just there to look fancy. Is it, or is it a capacitor inside? Is this just a cover? Will it have a capacitance written on it on the inside? Let's have a look. Obviously I'm doing this because this is a capacitor. I don't do that with a battery. Never open these things, okay? But because I know it's a capacitor, because of the bottom part, no information. Look at that. Nuts, huh? Nothing. But we know it's a capacitor because of the bit at the bottom. I presume it's a capacitor. That's so interesting. Let me know what you think. Anyway, so that's the first one. Done. Let's see if the other similar shaped one is also containing that thing inside, which I think is a capacitor. I'm pretty sure it's a capacitor. It's got the capacitor bottom. Let's take this one off as well. So again, it's not screwed on or anything. It's just, yeah. So again, just inside out. And it really is, I mean, it's my benefit for them to throw them away. I'm so grateful for people to, look at that, soaking. Try not to touch it because it will make you smell pleasant for the rest of the day. Let's try and get the insides out. So there we have, it's the same, isn't it? Wow. Well, I'm glad it's the same anyway, so I'll put those two together so I remember what it is I'm working with. Get those prongs off and then give it a voltage check. So at least I won't lose track of what it is. I'll leave the label on that one so I can remember. You know, 3.7 volts. It's rechargeable because it's a capacitor. That's amazing. So you know, it's 100% rechargeable. How much have we got inside this one? Any juice? Let's have a look. You gonna give me a number? 3.39. So almost fully charged. Joy. So there we go. So they'll be good to work with. I've got a lot of capacitors already, but that's, look how it's soaking in. Ugh, don't touch it. Good. I wasn't expecting that. Let's go see if we can find an actual battery. This one, a little bit different. It's got the cap you pull off on the bottom. So get our pliers open as wide as we can. Clamp on, twist and pull. There you go, caps come off. I can see some wiring. There we go, and then we just, the battery, oh, inside part comes out. So just be careful when you're pulling these that the wires don't touch, alright? There we go, beautiful. Try not to touch any of the juicy parts, but there we go. So that's a, is it the small one or the large one? 500 milliamp hour, so it's a large one. 500 milliamp hour, so it's actually in between the two sizes, so that's the smallest one. There we go. So we've got ourselves a 500 milliamp hour, and I don't actually have pliers, so I normally just pull these off, but I mean just for the sake of safety, and you know, it doesn't really matter. You're not worried about. I'm not really worried about this. I just pull the wires out, pull it all off, snip that bad boy off there. Bam. There we go. So we got ourselves a battery with a positive and a negative. Guess which ends which. Guess which ends which. It's covered in a little bit of tape. If you actually take this little bit of tape off, it actually opens up the electrodes to you, so you can clip on with some crocodile clips. This little bit here flops out, you can see. So there's a little tag, so that's the positive. And this is the negative on this side. And like I say, it's a rechargeable battery, there's no problems with it. I'll get a voltage reading on it. Sorry for the mess. Where are we? Positive, negative, bam. 3.8 volts. So here you go, fully charged. Use that one later. So those good ones. These long thin ones, you're going to get ones like this out of. Good. I never saw the caps before though. So interesting. Let's try another one. Let's try the big one, shall we? I presume the battery's in the bottom, so just be careful you don't stab yourself. It's been a long time since I stabbed myself well, so it might be my turn to bleed. Probably just brute it if I just pull it. There we go. I just give it a clip and it's coming off the bottom there. It's hard to do in front of the camera on the desk, but there we go. Beautiful. Just rip it apart. And it's a little bit attached to something in there, but pop, pop, pop. Give it a clip. There we have it. It's insulated with some tape stuffed. Some tape stuffed in. This one looks nice, huh? Some kind of disc on one side to cover it. Just careful of that black, the negative getting close to the positive on this side, but there you go, beautiful. I'll pull that negative out here. Sometimes it's good to leave the wires on because it can be used better, so I might leave the wires on for that one. And let's have a look. 3.7 volts, 6.8 watt hour. It's not telling me the milliamps, but I presume it's fairly the same as this bad boy, so it'll be 1500 milliamps. Let's check the voltage. Bing bang bong. 3.32, and it's rechargeable, so happy days. So there we go. Walking around the street, picking up some batteries. Batteries aren't expensive, but to be able to just go out for a walk and find them on the floor is quite lovely, really. This is actually a reusable one, so I've always wanted to try and utilize the charging part of it to keep it as a charging battery. Would I want to open that up, or would I want to utilize it as a charger? Let's just see if the electrodes make a... see if I can read anything off it. 3.77, so that's beautiful. But how would you utilize that? You'd have to, because obviously you plug it back in again to charge it up. So how would you utilize it in a way that you could use it and still use it to be recharged? So I won't open that. Something to think about. Because you could solder onto it and put wires out, but then that wouldn't click in so beautifully, would it? So anyway, that was easy enough. What else we got? Lost Mary. It's mini version, so I guess it's going to have a small battery in. I think you're better off going from the bottom. But rarely do I go outside and not pick these things up. They talk about banning the disposable ones, and yeah, you know, it's a lot of waste and stuff, you know, people throwing these things away. But if they ban them, I won't be able to find them anymore, so I'm a bit disappointed with that. There we go. So we've got the juice on one side, and we've got a tiny little battery on this side stuck on. Yeah. Like I say, you can pretty much just rip them off, but it's okay. Let's give them a nice neat snippety snip. Boom. Boom. Oh, I touched it. Good. There we have another one. So keep all the rubbish together, all the cups. I sometimes wonder about repurposing these empty tubes as a way of maybe putting some batteries in series. You know, if you join them together and then drop them in. But the big problem is they are metal, and it's very easy to short them out. But that would be a it's very easy to short them out inside there because it is a metal tube. But yeah, if you could put 3 of these together, 4 of these in a tube possibly, you get yourself up to 10 volts, 11 volts, maybe 12 volts if you're lucky. You know, you have 3 4s, you get up to 12, but I'd rather have 4 in a tube, but you can get 3 in a tube. And you know, then you've got a 12 volt rechargeable battery. It's pretty small, like, but you know, there's always a use for it. Good, I forgot which one I was doing then. Fine, we'll leave it for now. Didn't check the voltage on it, but I presume it's okay. Get this one open. Same design. Pops out. Pull it off. Clip it. No problems, eh? Just be careful when you're clipping the wires, you don't short them out yourself. Good. I'll check the voltage on this one. What are we sitting on? 2.47, so I'll hook that up to a charger and get it recharged. And the last one I'm most interested in is this interesting situation. I have no idea what kind of battery is going to be inside here. It must be a flat, you know, a flat profile battery. Seems like the top comes off. I've never done this before with this. I've never even seen this one before. It looks like it pops out. I'm just going to try and grip it. Try and grip it on the sides and give it a wiggle. Is it going to pull out that way? It's probably going to spill juice everywhere. This one looks nasty. This one looks really nasty. But I am interested to know what is inside it. I really want to get this going on. How would you get into it? You couldn't cut into it. It's got a bit of a lip on the outside here. It's not glued in, is it? It couldn't be glued in. It's got a little bit of a clip on the outside. It's hard to squeeze, and there we go. Give it a bit of a twist. It's coming off. Do the same on this side. Bit of a twist. Get a little bit of movement, and then the rest should be easy. I hope, unless it is glued in. It seems to be one piece. A bit of a twist. Come on, twist it up. Other side. It goes in easy. Maybe go the other way, but I'm going to stab myself now and end up in A&E. End up in A&E. Nah, I don't know if this one's worth it. I wouldn't bother. I wouldn't bother. You saw how easy these other types are to get open. Literally just pull them apart. You could do it with your hands if you were strong enough, but you can't go wrong with a pair of pliers. I hope this video was informative to somebody. Always be careful with batteries. Don't cut into them. Don't short them. But yeah, once you've got them, you can recharge them. And I'm very interested in these capacitors. Tell me that's not a capacitor. Yeah, that's a capacitor, isn't it? But it doesn't give any information about its capacitance. I wonder if you put an, why would it not? It won't come. Put an LED on it, see what happens. Give me an LED, please. Give me an LED, please. I think I packed up all my stuff. Put an LED on it. And just to see, just to show you, it's got charge coming off it. Three volt LED, very simple, no problems, eh? Which one's the plus? That's the plus, that should be fine then. Bam, okay. And we have light. Somewhere. Give me light. Interesting. There we go. So that's getting hot because I'm actually shorting out a little bit. So interesting. Anyway, yeah, I will see. I assume it's a 4 volt capacitor. It must be 5 volts, can it be? I'll see if I can find some capacitors that are similar size and I'll let you know. Anyway, there's no need to buy batteries. Absolutely no need to buy batteries at all. I sometimes use them for night lights if it's got a photosensitive diode on it and a transistor and a bulb. So use them for night lights, use them for lights. I mean, probably going to set myself on fire now, but anyway, you get the idea. There is a lot of batteries out there and they are fully rechargeable. I think I'm quite happy with that. I think I would actually prefer the capacitor to a battery, because it's just going to last forever, isn't it, basically? Anyway, you have a good one, enjoy yourselves, see you next time. Thank you very much all.